Nostradamus forecast, 2023 will be very dark and will not escape disaster. Nostradamus's prediction of 5 things that will happen in 2023. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our channel. Hope you will get a lot of useful information. Let's just get started. The year 2022 has passed with very serious natural disasters. Surely we are wondering what will happen in 2023. In this video we will take a look at 5 things that the prophet Nostradamus predicted about the extremely important 2023, showing that 2023 will be a major milestone for humanity. In 2022, the world experienced many natural disasters, wars, epidemics, food crises that caused prices to skyrocket. Even if we don't want to think about it, it still causes us a lot of anxiety and insecurity. The book of the 16th century prophet Nostradamus has also been translated into many languages, as well as many books of the East, which actually foretold many world events. This work was published in 1555, presented in the form of a 7-word poem. The content prophesies about extraordinary changes in the world taking place from the 16th century to the year 3397. Because the poems are not ordered according to the timeline of history, not only are the prophecies mysterious, but they also offer many different interpretations and speculations. However, many verses are confirmed by historical events that have taken place. Even their accuracy is terrifying. The book Prophecy has been published and reprinted for over 400 years. Publishing was never stopped. Even during the French Revolution or during the 2 World Wars, the prophecies were fulfilled, despite many doubts. Today, when reinterpreting the prophecy, experts have discovered that the prophecies of Nostradamus have made predictions about a rather dangerous future for humanity in the year 2023. It seems that humanity will have little chance. Society is taking a break from the global anxiety of recent years. Where will humanity go? First, World War III may break out. Based on the 100th verse in the 12th act of the prophecy, when the light of Mars goes out, the fire of heaven will come down and hit the palace. 7 months of war, people die of evil. King Ruan of Evru will not fail. A special feature is the 3rd line of the 7-month Great War poem. People die of evil, most likely to predict that a world war will break out in 2023. About the cause of the war is evil. Looking at the current state of war on a global scale, besides the Russia and Ukraine wars, and possibly the Korean War in the near future, the situation in the Taiwan Strait will become even more worrying. Because once these 2 wars start, it will be a world war. But if this prophecy is really relevant to us today, then there is still a glimmer of hope in 7 months, because 7 months shows that this war could be just a conventional war. Not a devastating nuclear war. The 92nd poem in the 10th act of the prophecy also mentions Geneva. Painfully in front of you. Father was also hanged with a straw rope. The people of Geneva will rise up to fight. The leader lies like a log in the middle. This is the only poem describing the popular uprising in Geneva. Did Nostradamus imply here that Switzerland was also involved in some war? From history it can be seen that the World War did not affect Switzerland much. If even Switzerland can't escape the war, doesn't that mean that a war is about to happen on a larger scale than the 2 world wars? Will the 3rd World War really break out? Second, the dream of Mars will end. The 100th verse of chapter 20 in the prophecy has the 2nd verse. When the light of Mars goes out. This verse seems to directly indicate the end of the light of Mars. Everyone knows that one of the world's tech giants, Elon Musk, is always working hard with his plan to migrate to Mars. In March 2022, Iran suggested 2009 would be supposed to be the year for astronauts to land on Mars, the year that would make the second giant leap in space exploration. But the prophecy of Nostradamus suggests that it seems like Elon Musk's Mars dream is getting cold water. With the contemplation is that after the light of Mars goes out, followed by fire from the sky will hit the palace and the 7-month war begins. In Roman and Greek mythology, Mars was the god of war. Is this about Elon Musk's Mars lander? Elon Musk's plan to land on Mars is in full swing. It seems to have the shadow of cooperation between national governments and aliens. But this plan to land on Mars, in the eyes of Nostradamus, it seems that it was not approved by the spirits in the end. Not only that, but it was stopped by the gods, finally using 7 months of war to end it. Third, economic disaster will appear. The 75th verse in the second act of the prophecy reads as follows. On the ventilation duct. Rarely hear birdsong. Wheat prices will skyrocket. So high that there was a cannibal tragedy. Although such a situation has not occurred during the current Russian-Ukrainian war and the spreading pandemic. But experts also point out that after the war in Ukraine and the massive lockdowns caused by a resurgence of the disease, it's hard to stop people from thinking about the tragedy. The economies of the world have been affected and hit hard by wars and epidemics. Price inflation is soaring, fuel costs and the overall economy fluctuate. The cost of living is continuously increasing. All can bring despair and strife. Nostradamus seems to agree with this. After entering 2023, before the global economy improves, it will continue to deteriorate. It is possible that the cannibal tragedy is just a poetic exaggeration rather than a direct prediction for 2023. Fourth, the climate crisis gets worse. The 17th verse of the first act of the prophecy reads, 40 years will not see a rainbow. 40 years each day will see the dry land get drier. Then the great flood will come. Experts say that in these 4 verses of Nostradamus, the simultaneous appearance of drought and flood appears to be a warning of apocalyptic catastrophe caused by the effects of global warming. A long dark time is coming. As carbon dioxide and global temperatures continue to rise, climate crises will likely be a hot topic in 2023. The 40 years in this poem is a mystery. Could 2023 spark 4 decades of climate crisis? Will people really be so tragic? Fifth, civil war will continue to intensify. The 56th poem in the first chapter of the prophecy writes that sooner or later you will see a great change. Terrible fear and revenge. Because the angels lead the moon like that. Use strong pull to maintain balance. Here it is clear that Nostradamus is using awe-inspiring verses to hint at the growing division and animosity between social classes. These verses may imply popular resistance against a powerful corporation. Followed by the 57th poem of the first chapter. In the prophecy reveals a more dire love affair of discord and tyranny. The people, because of disagreement, make the sirens shrill. The deal broke, the people look to heaven. Blood gushes out from the mouth. Lay on the ground covered with milk and honey and pray. From vaccines to Russian wars, chaotic situations like the stalemate in the Taiwan Strait have caused fierce controversy among different groups in different countries during the G20 summit. The results of the meeting between President Biden and President Xi Jinping caused concern, along with a sharp increase in the cost of living. The environment is increasingly seriously damaged and the gap between rich and poor is widening. They will become the initiator of serious rebellion in 2023. Is there any hope for humanity? This is a question many are beginning to ask, and if there is hope, where is it? In prophecy there are at least 3 poems that give us hope. The second poem in the third act of the prophecy says, the word of God will be transmitted to the time and space of 3-dimensional matter. Consists of gold between heaven and earth and hidden in a mysterious galaxy. Mind, body and spirit at highest energy. All sentient beings at their feet are seen in heaven. This is a very important prophetic poem in prophecy. If it is implied that there is a supreme God in the universe, the Creator will create a millennium kingdom for the future of the earth. The Creator of the world came down to save humanity, making the human race on earth highly sublimated. He has all the energy of the universe. In Poem 41, the 5th chapter of prophecy has a more specific description of the coming of the Creator. He was born in the darkness of the dark ages. The rank of max level. Extremely benevolent nature. He rebuilt the ancient altar with his blood. Bring the Bronze Age to the Golden Age. After experiencing great disasters like earthquakes, plagues, wars, extreme climates, followed by a scary apocalypse, the God who represents the goodwill and justice will regenerate the earth. In verse 79 of the prophecy it is written that the ancient way will be remade. A lot of people would follow it to modern Memphis. Mercury and Hercule lilies. Shake the land, the sea and the country. Memphis was once a prosperous city in ancient Egypt. Hercules is a mighty hero in Greek mythology. Mercury is the messenger of the gods in Roman mythology, and the lily symbolizes royal power. In this poem Nostradamus has implied that a new civilization will appear on Earth. In the future Earth will be destroyed and will be replaced by another. It will represent the restoration and rebuilding of a virtuous, benevolent and honest life. The pioneers of this new kind of mad civilization far outstrips modern man. They will use their wisdom and strength to create a new and prosperous land. So the end-of-century catastrophe is a punishment for humanity's moral decay. All that was destroyed after mankind received the proper retribution will be resurrected. Hope that all honest people will be lucky to escape the disaster at the end of the century. When you notice the beauty of the post-apocalyptic world you can experience the life of the gods for yourself. But each of us may need to ask ourselves as a modern human if we are qualified to enjoy the life of the gods in which there is only good, no evil, no disaster. Will you be able to forgive all those who have hurt the earth? Thank you for watching the video. If you find it meaningful, please like and share the video with your friends. Click the button to subscribe to the channel to receive notifications when there are new programs. And now I say goodbye.